dreaming tonight of you, dear, you and the night we met.
In the world of country music, there were no schools that trained musicians, unless you consider the midday merry-go-round. For more than 25 years, this modest radio show might well have been called the Academy of Country Music. It produced more stars than perhaps any other single source.
The biggest stars that you can name now went through this town.
We could have had the Grand Ole Opry right here at one time, but it was too late. See, they already got a big foothold down there.
The list of stars that got their start on the midday merry-go-round reads like a Hall of Fame index. Roy Acuff, Archie Campbell, Chet Atkins, the Carter Sisters, Martha Carson, Kitty Wells, and Homer and Jethro, to name a few. In the golden age of radio, the midday merry-go-round of WNOX was the most popular show in its listening area. Red Rector was a regular on the show with Carl Story.
We all had a different theme song. Like with Carl, we used to come on with "How do you do, everybody, how do you do? This is the Ramblin' Mountaineer singing to you. And we're singing all the time, and we're always feeling fine. How do you do, everybody, how do you do?"
Chet Atkins was a 16-year-old fiddle player when he joined the merry-go-round. He soon became a solo guitar player.
Well, I was scared to death. I was scared near death. And I remember my hands would perspire so I couldn't play, and the strings would go dead quickly because of all the water pouring off.
The backstage of the merry-go-round was where Chet and all the great midday musicians trained for stardom.
A lot of those people would come down there at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, just start playing around, and rehearsing and everything. And when we didn't go on the show till 12 o'clock, and after they got off, they went back there and started playing again just for their own amusement, And that's because they love to do it.
One of the highlights of the merry-go-round for the entertainers was the opportunity to be backstage when they were in a jam session. Homer and Jethro and Chet, and different ones, but all the musicians, visiting musicians, whatever, when they had a chance to sit and watch those guys play, they didn't miss the chance.
So how did all this talent end up in one place? The answer was simply Lowell Blanchard.
Lowell was one of the great MCs in the world, like an Art Linkletter or an Arthur Godfrey or somebody.
He was the one that got the program together, and that was his idea. And he worked on it, he produced it, and got the talent and everything.
Yeah, he was like my father. I always thought he could be big time. I always thought Archie could be big time, and Archie eventually was.
Go ahead and play us some music. I haven't got time to go to the World Series. Too busy making money.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Lowell, thank you very much. We want to say howdy to all you folks tuned to the merry-go-round.
Though there were no records made of this extraordinary radio show, the stars who appeared on its stage went on to sell millions of them. The midday merry-go-round will live on in the minds of many as the cradle of country music. This is the Heartland Series.